Hello and welcome. We're at the track covering the Sport of Kings. Coming up, Jamaica's 2019 champion 2-year-old Wow Wow stars on a huge day for the Robert Halladeen, Ghaiyyath Subratie jockey trainer combination at Caymanas Park. Last year's Caribbean Champion Stakes winner Eclipse makes an appearance at TNT Santa Rosa Park, and while the Barbadian jockey Patrick Husbands opens his stakes account for the 2020 season at Canada's Woodbine, there's the English Derby and other sensational stories from Epsom Downs and Sandown Park. That's across the Atlantic. Our first story comes from Caymanas Park in Jamaica. A field of 13 leaving the parade ring for Saturday's feature overnight allowance race, including last year's champion 2-year-old Wow Wow, Robert Halladeen in the blue and white silks of champion owner Mycross for his first outing aboard the casual Trixera Barracuda colt. Let's get Brian Rickman's race call now.
Yeah. First start. There's the Genius toward the back along with Wartime and Princess Annie. Lala Diva dashes through to set those early splits. God of Love is on the rail, followed closely by Cryptocurrency and Universal Boss. Wow is rated off that lead. Graydon right on his inside as they slip past the 5/8 pole. Uncle Frank follows these some 6.5 lengths off the lead. El Professor races ahead of Wartime as they continue their run toward the half mile. Princess Annie has made some ground. Uncle Vinny is also beginning to pick up just a little bit. There's the Genius toward the back of the field, and last of all, it's Summer Sun. They arrive at the 3/8 pole. Lala Diva now beginning to tie up on the rail. Universal Boss tackled by Wow Wow as they swing past the 5/16th, and it's Universal Boss and Wow Wow who turned for home at the head of the stretch, and Wow Wow is now asked to accelerate past Universal Boss, but Universal Boss refuses to quit and fights on, but Wow Wow looks to stick the nose in front as they travel toward the furlong pole. Wow Wow just the leader from a plucky Universal Boss who has been checked on the rail, but Wow Wow now begins to come away inside the final 16th. It is Wow Wow running like a scared hare in the end and coming away, winning as expected by 5 lengths over Universal Boss.
Tackling older horses for the first time. Wow Wow in complete control. Halladeen smooth but workmanlike in the saddle after fending off what turned out to be only a mild mid-home stretch threat from Universal Boss.
Excellent. He's been training good. We came for this race today. I think he won very comfortable, very impressive. 1:18.3 is really a great time going into a mile, and he's done it before, and he's only going to get better for the mile.
10 wins in a row now for Wow Wow. 4 lengths the victory margin as a 1-2 favourite, easily taking care of the 4-1 bet Universal Boss, and a sharp, cheeky response from jockey Halladeen when questioned about how the 2,000 Guinness Showdown on the 26th of July will go against a field including the awesome gelding Mahogany.
Well, all my fans should come out Guinness Day. That's all I'm saying.
The Halladeen Subratie combination had 2 other earlier successes on the 10-race card. Run With Me in the 6th race and the 7th here with Nipster taking control, leaving the backstretch. Halladeen in the Mycross blue and white silks, thumping more fancied classic contenders Above and Beyond and Double Crown.
5/16 of a mile to run. Nipster on that lead and beginning to open up. Eroy chasing. They're into the lane, and it's Nipster out in front from Eroy. Double Crown asked to kick in on the outside. Above and Beyond has a mountain to climb from there as Nipster continues to guide the field along, and the stick comes out in the left hand. It is Nipster out in front. Halladeen looking for his second win on the card. Double Crown and Eroy left 3 lengths back, second and third. Inside the final 16th, Robert Halladeen and Nipster have the lead. They're not going to catch them. Nipster wins by 2 in the end over Double Crown.
What a neat win that was. Nipster at 92 odds by a length and a half over the 3-2 bet Double Crown. The filly Above and Beyond, the 2-5 favourite, unsuccessful in allowing weight to colts and older horses. 1:31 and 2/5 of a second. Nipster's winning time going 7.5 furlongs. To Trinidad and Tobago now, where 6 horses faced off in the 3-year-old and over 5th race feature, including former Horse of the Year, This One's for Run, 2018 double classic winner General JN, and last year's Caribbean Champion Stakes winner Eclipse, who was runner-up in all 3 legs of the Triple Crown series. Nick Chady picks up the race call.
A quarter of a mile remains. General JN still there. Shows the way by a long neck to Eclipse, who's breathing down his throat latch now. They both turn for home together. And the Swansaran trying to come on from third, followed by Master of Four and making headlines. But it's General JN and Eclipse. Eclipse on the outside. General JN grinding away. It's between these two. And General JN and Eclipse surges past. Eclipse wins.
Eclipse, a runner-up in the 2019 Guinness Midsummer Classic and the Derby emerges with a fine win here by a half length over General JN, with making headlines third. Champion trainer John O'Brien sweeping the top four finishers. Champion jockey Brad Boodram Singh aboard for the win on Anthony White's Apocalypse, clocking 1:20.58, going 6 3/4 furlongs, his 6th career win that.
Now the Barbadian Patrick Husbands is within 16 wins of 3,400 career victories in North American horse racing. And at 47 years old, the Barbadian jockey continues to excite racing fans at Canada's Woodbine.
In Sunday's Furious Stakes over 7 furlongs, Husbands, the 7-time Woodbine champion and 8-time Jockey of the Year in Canada. He's 4th here aboard the 3-horse and 6-5 favourite Curlin's Voyage, sizing up the job ahead of him.
Behind is AB Samurai, called on, running up to join the stablemate, and about 5 lengths away last is Gun Society. Just Leave It Alone won't leave Infinite Patience alone as they quicken, as again coming at them is Curlin's Voyage, and 3 wide as 4 wide goes AB Samurai. Infinite Patience on the inside is under the whip. Just in front, Just Leave It Alone comes at the leader. Down the outside, Curlin's Voyage. AV Samurai, a line of 4. And now Curlin's Voyage goes on with Just Leave It Alone. And they are with Infinite Patience the rail, but Curlin's Voyage in front. Curlin's Voyage and Just Leave It Alone. Just Leave It Alone, Curlin's Voyage.
First added money win this of the new season for Husbands. Canada's 2019 champion 2-year-old filly Curlin's Voyage scores by a head over the 6-5-1 outsider Just Leave It Alone in the Furious Stakes, clocking 1:23.91 for 7 furlongs for trainer Josie Carroll. And couldn't leave Woodbine without giving you this Husbands masterclass. Astounding, he wins the 6th race on turf from this position. Aboard the 9-5 favourite Unilateral, Husbands is coming from 9th position, just about to begin motoring here. A wall of horses in front of him though, so with vigorous left-hand whipping, he has to steer the 4-year-old colt widest of all. Inside the last furlong, 6 horses still in front of him, but he would collar the 21-1 outsider, strike the top to get there in the end. The victory margin a nose in the photo finish.
Trademark Patrick Husbands, not easy to beat in a finish, is he? To Epsom Downs in England now, where for the first time in history, the Oaks and the Derby were run on the same day. In the £500,000 Derby, 16 starters.
And the favourites, Kamiko at 5-2, and Frankie Dettori's mount, English King at 10-3, in more than a spot of bother here, with the front runner, the outsider Serpentine, in full control.
Lengths to Khalifa Sat, or on the beam, Kamiko in 4th, then Mogul down the outside, Russian Emperor, Serpentine with a furlong and a half to last, is still 8 lengths clear in the Derby, Khalifa Sat in 2nd place, time running out for the closers, and Serpentine still 7 lengths clear from in 2nd Khalifa Sat. They're not going to catch Serpentine. An 8th Derby for Aidan O'Brien.
The favourites, disappointingly, Kamiko and English King 4th and 5th respectively. Aidan O'Brien Serpentine, who many thought was just filling a pacemaker role, as one of O'Brien's 6 entries under first-time Derby winning rider Emmett McNamara, smashing in a gate-to-wire victory at 25-1 odds, chased in vain by Khalifa Sat, whose jockey Tom Marquand ended up with that ride after he was jocked off English King with preference to Dettori. Just over an hour earlier, O'Brien, before his record 8th Derby win, scored as well in the Epsom Oaks with his 11-10 favourite Love under jockey Ryan Moore by 9 lengths, much the best, with no one challenging in the run to the wire. Love stopping the clock for 12 furlongs at 2:34.06, slightly quicker than Serpentine went in the Derby. English racing, shown live on SportsMax this past weekend, shifted to Sandown Park on Sunday for the Coral Eclipse Stakes. The brilliant 2-time Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe champion, Enable, was an even money favourite, but found recent Coronation Cup winner, the front-running Ghaiyyath, with William Buick aboard, in Godolphin's blue silks, too hot to handle on the day.
And still Ghaiyyath drives on from Japan. Enable is edging closer, but Ghaiyyath still has a lead of over a length. Enable digging in, but Ghaiyyath is not coming back. Enable a length and a half to find, but it's Ghaiyyath, a masterful ride by William Buick, who takes out the Eclipse.
Ghaiyyath shows real quality here in a stout homestretch effort for trainer Charlie Appleby to score by 2 1/4 lengths over Enable, with a 6-1 shot. Japan 3rd.
We've been at the track covering top stories and exciting races in the Sport of Kings. Our next edition will include action from England's Newmarket July Festival, which, by the way, is live daily on SportsMax. So check us out then.